The Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona isn't the most popular car race in America, and it's not the richest. But running from 2:40 p.m. Saturday to 2:40 p.m. Sunday, it is definitely the longest. And with plenty of racing wealth behind it, it is definitely the most prestigious. The goal of the race is to see how many times you can complete the 3.5-mile circuit in 24 hours. It's a grueling commitment for the cars, the teams, and the spectators. So of course I had to see the Rolex 24 for myself. And it makes perfect sense that this would be the site of the debut run for Ford's new racing car, the Ford GT. You know the one. Ford has hyped it for a year, and we saw the $400,000 production version of it in Detroit in January. Expectations were high for this year's team. Its 3 drivers would have to alternate quickly while on the track.
If a car looks good, it usually goes fast. There's a lot of performance in the car that we haven't even tapped yet.
Before the race, throngs of fans, mostly American, crowded around the car. Watching this machine get prepped for its long haul was pretty intense. And you could feel the energy in the garage as the driving team practiced the switch-offs they'd make over the course of the race. The GT started strong, but was quickly overtaken by some race veterans from Porsche, Audi, and Corvette. And the Ford GT had some, shall we say, growing pains throughout the race, alternately stalling, spinning, and heading into the pits for mechanical adjustments. Then again, in this racing series, that is to be expected. In the hours between pit stops, the crew grabbed catnaps where they could. But it's hard to sleep when some of the fastest cars in the world are jockeying for position just feet away. In the end, the Ford GT didn't quite do as well as hoped. Honda won in the overall standings. The Ford GT finished in the middle of its class.
I mean, Ford is going to win. It's a question about when. They might not win the Rolex 24, but they are going to win at one stage with that car.
But all is not lost, not by a long shot. This race is a proving ground for the future. The engines, brakes, suspension, and transmission are all the best and fastest systems Ford has developed to date. And as the car races again and again and again, those systems will improve. Eventually, they will be polished enough to put into the cars sold to people like you and me. I can't wait.